Joining us for analysis this morning is Theophilus Akatugba, public affairs analyst. The warm welcome to you, Mr. Akatugba.
Good morning,
great to have
it's
you
a pleasure to be with you.
I must say, when we have you on the newspaper headlines,
Olive's beautiful, powerful, quiet smile.
I must say, when we have you on newspaper headlines, I must say you're my favorite analyst.
Can I be honest with you?
Thank you. I've never said this to anyone before.
This is very good.
He said the exact same thing to our analyst yesterday.
Is yesterday and today.
So take anything he says with a pinch of salt. It's behaving like
Olive,
a politician.
I wanted to take it with a head pan of salt.
Yesterday is different from today. I can change my mind.
So this is for today.
For today.
Wow. Hello, politician.
So take your flowers. Yes.
Let's get into the papers this morning. First paper, of course, the Punch. Let's punch you with the Punch.
Okay, let's have the front page of the Punch newspapers up. The headline says, Makinde others fight for PDP ticket, 2027 presidency. The rider says, party zones ticket to the south. Obi may consider PDP returns as obedience. And APC insists opposition will lose in 2027. I think it's a nice place to start. What's your take on the successful neck of
I congratulate the PDP. They have been fighting a good fight. Unfortunately, they have not uprooted the canker worms from their midst. And zoning to the south is because they don't have an Atiku who provides all the money to motivate them to zone, to leave it open. Since an Atiku seems to be a foreclosed ambition, especially on the PDP platform, they are now playing a dangerous game, and Makinde is just going to be a handover to Tinubu. So I don't see any...
Wait. What did you say?
Has no chance.
I say it's a handover to Tinubu. So,
why do you say that?
Makinde is not going to contest Tinubu. He supported Tinubu in the past, and there has never been any reason to go against him. And he is a wicked group. The political machination and the design in the PDP are very ominous.
So you think that this seeming difference between him and Wike is staged?
It's just staged, yeah. You see, these are very dangerous. These are guys who are forward-looking and very strategic. And see, PDP is the most dangerous political party for anybody to fly this ambition right now. So, and Makinde is not interested in the presidency now.
So who do you think is interested in presidency from the PDP?
Nobody. Nobody.
I mean, that's a very powerful statement you've made there. But like they say in politics, 24 hours is a long time. So we wait to see how things... we wait for the November convention and see how things...
I really wish that they can put their acts together. They are really struggling. But you see, every time I see their decision, they're walking down into the same trap that has been set for them. It's a difficult situation that they are in.
But this, we're still seeing here, Obi may consider PDP return.
No, that is not possible. Obi knows that will be the biggest trap to openly enter, because you are walking directly into the hands of those who want to frustrate this.
But what would make it a trap? The PDP is a formidable party. They have representation across all local governments in the country. And if they see that they could get the ticket for the PDP, why not?
It's a good thing to do, but your ambition will be further challenged and compromised, because the party is a good vehicle, but the party is currently there's too many internal things that Obi cannot manage. It has Labour Party that was even easier to manage. Is it these Hydra-headed challenges that you want to go and work yourself into?
Now, still looking at the front page of the Punch newspaper, the picture there is the maiden edition. Our correspondent Sagir was there yesterday of the Chief of Defence Staff conference. So it was a meeting of all Chief of Defence Staff in Africa, and it had powerful people. We had the Vice President representing the President. We also had Madam Amina Mohammed, the Deputy United Nations Secretary General. She was present. And it says ECOWAS to raise $2.5 billion for 260,000 man counter-terrorism force. Is this doable?
This is a beautiful thing. From my own observation, I'm really impressed with the with the chief of defense staff, right?
Yes.
Is it Musa?
Christopher Musa.
Musa, yeah, I like his democratized mind, the way he speaks about the military, the way he speaks about security, and he engaged the citizens. For the first time, I hear campaign in the media that the military is for Nigerians and Nigerians should work with them. That's very positive. And so I am hoping that, because you see, the terrorism issue is not no one nation in the Africans, in African continent can solve it by itself, because the terrorists are traveling, they're moving from around the borders and they sneak into other countries, they move. So we need to bring, there must be a concerted effort, and so that conference is long overdue and is highly commendable, and I really like the representation. It was really a beautiful thing to see, and I hope that all of them will have, the colonial masters have always stifled the hands of Africa in true unity and true collaboration. So while the Anglophones are going left, the Francophones are going the other way, the Portuguese Africans are moving in that direction and listening to their colonial masters on what to do. They need to be more sovereign and know that nobody else will save Africa except Africans.
All right, as we prop further into the front pages of the newspapers, the numbers to call on your TV screen if you'd like to share your thoughts on any of the stories, you want to react, you want to make a comment, you want to disagree. It's okay to disagree. The numbers to call are on your TV screen. Let's have a conversation with you as part of our virtual analysts. We're still looking at the front page of the Punch newspaper, and National Association of Nigerian Students have threatened to shut down government infrastructure if the strike persists. It said NANS vows critical assets shut down over ASU's strike threat. They've accused the federal government of endless promises and insincerity, and saying that it's obvious that strike actions only inflict pain and suffering on the children of ordinary Nigerians, the masses.
So NANS is on the side of the lecturers.
Absolutely.
Students and lecturers.
They say we demand that the federal government, without delay, meet its obligations to ASU and resolve all outstanding issues. Enough of the endless promises.
When I saw that, I laughed, because I just smiled, because this is one of APC's major achievements, to have kept the universities running uninterrupted. And all of a sudden we hear this coming out. And we also hear again NANS. The question is, which of the NANS is in support of this ASU? Which of the NANS? I hope.
So there's factionalization.
Yes, I know there is. Oh, if they say NANS is in support of their lecturers, it's a good thing. They must fight for better conditions of service.
All right, let's hold on.
Whatever we have achieved so far, which is whatever the APC has achieved, could be damaged if they don't move fast to resolve this.
All right, let's hear from Godwin. He's calling from Abuja. Good morning, Godwin. Thanks for calling. Please go ahead.
To Africa.
Good morning to the team. Very wonderful discussion is going on. I agree with my brother, Theophilus Akatugba. The Wike and Governor Martin issue is just a ploy. They are just trying to play on our side. You understand? Those guys, they know what they are doing. So it's still going to play out before November, like you guys rightly said. 24 hours in politics. It's a very, very long time. So it's still going to unfold. But the good thing is this: I'll just advise President Jonathan and Obi to just be very careful and stay clear of PDP. Because those guys, just imagine, the governor of Osun State has openly endorsed the incumbent president. Governor Makinde in the last election, he supported the president. Our good friend, Minister Wike, is in PDP, and openly he has not denied the fact that Tinubu or not in 2027. So it's in PDP that is going to salvage them from this election. So everything is just organized to make sure that whoever comes in, that PDP is going to be the anchor people that are going to bring in the president back in 2027. So it's a good thing. We are in Nigeria and everything is still going to unfold. Right. So that is my take this morning. Thank you very much to the team. We enjoy your program every morning.
Thank you very much.
Have a blessed day.
You as well. Thank you for calling. So he agrees with you that it's just a plot, because I remember the first time we heard about the alleged issues between Makinde and Wike, and I'm like, Somebody should give me the background.
These are friends. They
how come they move from friends
together
from G5 to actual opposition? So anyway, these are the speculations. Our guests.
Exactly. There's speculations at this
Exactly.
time. As newsmen, we take things on the surface
level.
As far as I'm concerned, they are fighting. They're not saying
two fighting.
Yes, two fighting.
Okay, so you have said that NANS, this has the potential to triple what the APC has achieved so far if the government doesn't step in. All right. Let's quickly jump into the Guardian newspaper and look at the front page. On the front page,
about the external debt story.
External reserves projected to hit $45 billion.
It's currently at $40 billion.
Yes. No, as of last Tuesday, exchange reserves was at $41 billion, the highest level recorded in 44 months, according to CBN data. They said that the appreciation in the reserve signaled the significant recovery following depletion driven by external debt repayments.
So we have high external reserves, but people are still complaining of multidimensional poverty, and cost of living. So
Nigerian poverty is because of lack of productivity. The reforms are giving comfort to government, and if our government is healthy, it's expected that it should trickle down. Yes. It's a trickling down that has not been achieved, because what we need to trickle down, we don't have those structures yet.
Industrialization.
Yeah, but that will take place.
Economic activity.
Yeah, those will happen when the comfort, the investing community see a sustenance of these indices that we are showing. I see the president going in for $100 billion by the end of his tenure. That is what, the moment he came into office, I knew he was going to build the reserve to close to $100 billion. That is what I look at that figure. So when they are projecting already this kind of figure, I know that it's good. It's good for investor confidence, for those who trade with us. But you know, Nigerian poverty is bedeviled by long years of unproductivity. We were a consuming nation, we were feeding consumption, but we're not feeding production. So that was why Peter Obi resonated when he speak about production. Production will come only after all the factors that support production are already in place. You can't have this kind of electricity challenges and think that production will immediately just come in. You can't have the level of subsidies we're operating and you're able to produce. So all of these things need to be properly done, then it will affect the people. But for now, we need to tighten our belt a little longer. The hunger will not abate soon.
Okay, let's quickly move to the next paper, The Guardian. A big story that I'm very excited about, and I want Mr. Akatugba to respond to. 2027, Atiku signals interest as PDP heads for showdown with Tinubu. I want us to talk about Alhaji Atiku's influence. You talked about how the PDP has now zoned to the south because the Atiku problem has quote-unquote been solved. Yeah. Today, we've had a conversation with Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce, who believes that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has a machinery to win the primaries, but not the term. Demola Olariwaju joined us on the show as well and strongly believes in an Atiku-led ticket. Says the Atiku and Obi together will be a machinery that has the potential to win the elections in 2027. Your thoughts?
Well, that argument is actually insulting to Obi. For you to, that kind of argument for you to say an Atiku-Obi ticket, that ticket has been flown before in this country and it failed. So Atiku is not a candidate that appeals to Nigerians. He appeals because even the party doesn't need to appeal to them. Once he appeals to the pocket, he gets
to the delegates.
Yes, because the delegates of all the political parties, they are delegates only because of that bumper cash they will take home. Until we begin to do primaries that truly reflect the delegates' opinion. At this point, the political primaries are still heavily, bedeviled by my money. By money,
cash and carry
business. So, but when we move to the level where we can properly democratize the system, we will understand. Then you will see that candidates that naturally win the primaries will become candidates that appeal to the public, like you find in other climes. So for me, Atiku's interest in the presidency is having a great time contesting election. He's an old man who has a lot of resources And this is the only exercise, just like those who go to gym. This is his gym. I'm going to play golf. Atiku plays golf with politics. And he said he will keep contesting to the end.
He'll be 81 in 2027, just to put that in.
Yeah, it's not about Nigeria, it's about that game that he enjoys. And I suspect, let me tell you this. One of the big things that I suspect that Atiku could do at any moment, if PDP zones to the south, and then ADC didn't give him the ticket, he will support Tinubu to frustrate the two agenda.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we'll wait till then.
Fingers crossed. We'll wait.
Interesting times ahead.
I mean, let's also hear from our audience. If you want to react to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar declaring officially his intention to run, let us know what you think. And if you think that is 7 times the charm. Mokunye Chukwuemeka on YouTube says, Atiku wanting to run every time is not okay. Man should take a chill pill. He's not taking a chill pill, Chukwuemeka.
He's going to a gym to his golf course.
Okay, still on the front page, U.S. defends new social media vetting for visa applicants. Family laments poor emergency response as woman dies in Lagos lagoon crash. Did you see that story?
I saw the story, but I didn't go through it. So I don't know.
Was it an accident?
Yes, it seems that there was an accident. I'll come into the details of that.
The United States, relying on social media is a welcome development. A lot of us thought that the social media was such a useless medium, that whatever we do there doesn't count or matter. I actually recommend it as one of the first places to look at if you are trying to employ anybody. You should be able to know the orientation, the makeup, and the characterization of the person, and all of those is expressing in the social media space. So the US, if they really want to protect their country and ensure the right people come to their country, they would like to see your orientation, your inclination.
But isn't it an overreach in terms of freedom of expression? I mean, I, for one, I'm very critical. Of
you are free.
I'm very critical of the United States for arming and supporting a current genocide and the killing of journalists in Gaza. But if I go to the United States Embassy and they see my social media profile, I'm not a terrorist. I'm just expressing myself.
In this case,
I don't think they will give me a visa.
You are free. You've been free enough to express your opinion, and they've used your opinion to determine whether you are their friend or not. Even if you are free to speak, people will use your speech to determine whether you are a person to associate with. So the country believes that those who are not their friends should not come to their country.
So I'm not their friend because I'm speaking.
No, it's a policy of the current government. Another government might come and love you and hate those. So you see, the American system is controlled by the temperature of the current government. The current government is anti-illegal immigration and anti-anyone that stands against them.
Even illegal migration concept. They look out. We have Queen calling in from Abuja. Let's hear from Queen. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Queen. Good morning. You're in the seat of power in Abuja. Talk to us. I have a feeling you're calling about the Atiku story. I'm not sure, but go ahead.
Please. A quick one. I just want people to advise Atiku. She just step down and be the father to oversee all these affairs. She should let people that are I don't know, I don't want to say God ordained. She just let the people that Nigerians are willing to vote for. She just let them come to the light and bring themselves to the light to be voted for. He should sit back and be a consultant, maybe advise people from his house or somewhere, from his office, or maybe from the where he's always at. So please, it's just an advice. A harmless one at that. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you, Queen. She said harmless one at that.
I mean, he's a citizen of Nigeria. He has every right to contest. So it's left for you to vote him.
His interest in the presidency is, we hope,
and the lessons from President Muhammadu Buhari, if he had given up, if he had followed an advice like Queen, maybe on a second or third attempt, he would have never been president. He did it 4 times. Right. And this will be Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's 6th attempt.
Atiku has the right to go. Nigerians might feel too frustrated and decide to give the presidency to whoever else, because there's always a slogan that says everyone else and everybody but this.
But they did it with Jonathan. Because anybody
that is
Jonathan.
when we consider only what we go through currently. Okay. In every journey of life, we must look at the big picture.
I do want to talk about
But in hindsight, how did we fare? Post anybody
but Jonathan. And the same people that said anybody but Jonathan, the ones calling Jonathan back.
Yes.
And saying that Jonathan should come back.
This life.
He's like,
nothing but a pot of soup.
I am Anikao. I want to talk about the story that I mentioned earlier. Family laments poor emergency response as woman dies in Lagos Lagoon crash. So apparently the Lagos Lagoon, the vehicle had crashed into the lagoon. The family says that Marine police were there, LASMA was there, but apparently they were not adequately trained to be able to carry out any rescue.
That they didn't
even make moves to try and rescue her. That the local fishermen that were there requested for 400,000 naira to bring out her body because they were desperate to be able to give their daughter a proper burial. They paid to have that happen. So imagine the double jeopardy of having to grieve the fact that you've lost your child, then paying money to get her body. It's just really sad.
I mean, I think we should even do better. I mean, those local fishermen, I understand their economic condition, but why do you put monetary value to humanity? It's really sad and terrible.
Yeah.
It's extortion.
Well, I always tell you about the quality of the citizens.
People.
So in anything we do, if you don't take care of the fundamentals, every other thing is just a challenge. And again, they should not be too, I think they're a bit emotional. They should not also be too hard on the first responders, those who came there. It's not an easy job. Even sometimes we get too hard and too dismissive because of, even in the United States, everywhere accidents do happen. People do lose their lives. So if it has happened here, it's unfortunate, and I really, my heart and my condolences goes to that family. Very tragic situation.
Her name
but
is
we should
Aisha.
not, because of this incident, throw away the fact that they were there at all should be commended, because in some cases it's already local people.
Knowing that, I mean, accidents are bound to happen. Yeah, you're not playing for these things to happen. But after all these years, you should have permanently stationed, the Marine Police should have the necessary equipment to extract vehicles in case there's an accident.
That's true. You know, when you are a leader, you will know that sometimes in the same office you could have 8 requests at the same time, and it's only the fact that it didn't come to your side that you will only remember. But sometimes you have a fire service that maybe at the time you call, the fire tender truck has gone somewhere, it's gone to refill. The challenges are enormous. We do not have enough yet. The country is still a developing country. So
And over the weekend, on Sunday, some young Nigerians were racing after the
on the Third Mainland Bridge. I saw that video.
And it led to serious loss of lives. I mean, people
were
should
racing.
After the they probably have consumed the alcoholic beverage.
Very
unnecessary,
behavior.
avoidable death.
And when things like that happen, all of them should be made to face, because what you've done is reckless. You've endangered not just your lives, but the lives of all the users of the bridge.
There was a stationary dump truck on the bridge, and I think they probably saw it late, and it led to a multiple chain-off. But if you weren't speeding, that's why they say speed kills.
At 80 kilometers on that bridge, that's what.
Just to mention that the young woman who unfortunately lost her life is a 27-year-old woman. Her name is Aisha Maikudi Ibrahim. She died on Saturday after her car reportedly somersaulted and fell into the Lagos Lagoon from the Third Mainland Bridge. Her family says that she lived in Bagada and was returning from an event in Ikoyi where she was a vendor. Had called her family to tell them she'll be home in 20 minutes. And when they didn't hear from her around 1 a.m., I think she called them at about 1 a.m. And then by 2 a.m., nothing, 4 a.m., nothing, 6 a.m., they set out to look for her. And then they found the site of the accident. What a terrible way. But we must learn as a people not to prioritize money over
and then
humanity.
Speed limits should be maintained. Because
I mean, we don't even know what happened.
If you're at 80 kilometers per hour, it's controllable.
We can't say what happened. We don't know if somebody hit her and ran away and she veered off. We don't know what the details.
Hit at the back.
Exactly. We don't know what the details are.
But there are CCTVs. I mean, I'm sure the family is looking at.
I'm sure they are looking at all this.
Yeah.
And we hope that the family can find some form of comfort in this really incredibly difficult time. Okay, I'm hoping that let's quickly take in the final paper this morning. Daily Independent. Excitement over 5G wins as it faces investment challenges. Only 5 million subscribers connected in 3 years. Mafab dormant. You failed your party and Nigerians. APC mocks PDP governors. Lawyers hail Mba's transformative leadership giant strides in 2 years. Nigeria, Brazil set for direct air link. Interesting.
That's good news. They signed bilateral air services agreement, so you can fly directly from Lagos to Sao Paulo, Abuja to Sao Paulo. So, and I'm excited. Brazil is one country. It's part of the BRICS, and they're also drumming this talk of a multipolar world. So the world does not evolve around the Western axis, United States, France, Britain, and Germany. There's more to the world than those countries. So it's nice to see us doing deals like this. But America is a jealous lover. When they see you, I mean, Trump even threatened higher tariffs for countries that are joining BRICS and that are too buddy-buddy. So where does this leave us? The Americans are our friends too.
Yeah, this is the kind of attitude that Nigeria presents. It's not we're looking after ourselves just like America is looking after itself. And America is only protecting its dollar. And anyone that targets his dollar is an enemy, not anyone that attempts to build himself. So Nigeria is looking for partners to develop its country. And you know, Brazil is very good with agriculture. They've really, really made giant stride in terms of great research work and great development in agriculture and in livestock and all of that. You know, this is a country that beats Britain's GDP and put Britain behind, is the United Kingdom behind in GDP. So for Nigeria to identify that and go after that is commendable, and I hope that we begin to see the benefits of all of these agreements. You know,
Olive, you might just be changing your next vacation from London to Sao Paulo or Brasilia.
That's
I would
and we would dance samba on the
I
beach.
would happily go, you know what I'm saying?
And it's sunny in Brazil, it's the tropics, so you don't have to deal with cold weather and racism.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, there's still some other front pages here. Some stories still on the front page. PDP, okay, I've said it. PDP governors tackle ADC for criticizing their Zamfara meeting. Sanu accuses federal government of introducing salary disparity in varsity system. PDP zones 2027 presidency to south, chairmanship to north. Confirms Damagom as substantive chairman, holds next NEC meeting October 15th.
So there's another NEC before the
convention in November.
Yeah, if you look at the 5G invest situation,
yes,
you know, this is very high, you know, quality service that you need a lot of resources to enjoy.
Even the technology to appreciate it.
We have it in one of our businesses, and we notice that when you switch onto the 5G, it consumes your data with the speed of light. And then you are forced to switch back to 4G in the same device. So at the end of the day, it's a very expensive, you know, system to enjoy, to use. And when you don't have people that have the buying power, you know, my daughter used to tell me that the research they have is that many Nigerians are poor. She worked in the bank, and she was always telling me that there are too many poor people in Nigeria, that everyone looks good, but there's poverty. Look at the banks. How many Nigerians have 500,000 sitting in their account steadily for a month or two? They said that number is also very low. So we need to do a lot to build the middle class.
And the purchasing
If you can have the middle class flourishing, then purchasing power will come back again. And that is what we need to do.
Using the population as, you know, as a positive, you also need, it's not just high numbers.
No, it's not the numbers.
You need Nigerians that are economically viable.
Of that population.
Because you need a 5G enabled phone to be able to enjoy 5G. I think this one is still on 2G.
Well, my own is on 1G in that case. Okay, I think we've come to the end of today's newspaper analysis. Let's see if there's any story that I have missed out on. Osun Lagos lead has 1.3 million complete voter card pre-registration. Okay, that's great news.
And that thing, I want to speak about it. The voter registration is going on now. Low turnout is recorded in the southeast.
Until they say that is like a 1 week.
Low turnout is already recorded in the southeast. I'd like to call on Southeasterners now, change this particular report so that the Southeast will have high turnout by the time the exercise ends. Because this is the cross of the matter. Voters don't just appear on election day. They appear based on those who register.
Right.
So register.
It's a clarion call.
All right. Now, with these few notes of ours, we hope we've been able to convince and not confuse you that it is important for you to go and get register. Thank you very much to everyone who has joined us, to all our guests in studio, virtually, our virtual analysts who've called in on the show, as well as those who constantly engage with our content, not just on YouTube, but on X and every other social media platform. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Olive, MOD.
Thank you very much for being a part of this broadcast. I would like to say a big happy birthday shout out to my dear son, Aiden Aborowa. He turns 14 today. Aww. Daddy loves you. Continue to be that wonderful boy.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Aiden.
Thank you.
From all of us here.
So
Happy
see you
birthday to
tomorrow.
you.
See you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
Right.
Bye.